I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm here to break down the facts. This is the timeline of betrayal. How Israel, our so called greatest ally, has repeatedly deceived, spied on, and even attacked the United States. If you never heard of this, it's because they don't want you to. And I'm going to break down to you today why Israel is not America's greatest ally, it's America's secret enemy. First, let's start with the USS Liberty. On June 8th, 1967, Israel attacked a clearly marked U.S. Navy ship, the USS Liberty. They bombed, they torpedoed it. 34 Americans died, 171 were wounded. They knew it was an American ship. This wasn't some accident, this was a deliberate hit. And what did Lyndon B. Johnson do? He said, and I quote, "I will not embarrass our greatest ally." He covered it up, he blocked rescue attempts, he silenced the survivors, threatened court-martial. That's not protecting allies, that's betrayal. He basically sold out our troops to protect a foreign government. That is some treasonous shit right there. And Israel paid little to nothing in reparations of damage. Unbelievable. After we give them billions, close to trillions of dollars every single year. Now, we're going to talk about this guy over here. His name is Jonathan Pollard. This guy worked in United States Naval Intelligence, and he got caught spying for Israel in the 1980s. He handed over classified documents, thousands of pages of U.S. secrets, not just about the Middle East, global secrets. And what did Israel do? Denied it at first, of course, and then admitted it. And then turned him into a national hero. They named parks after him. They welcomed him home like a war hero. A man who betrayed the United States. Now let's talk about Israel's nuclear weapons program. Back in the 1960s, there was a newspaper article writing about how Israel stole nuclear materials from the United States, enriching uranium that conveniently went into missing from a Pennsylvania plant. NUMEC, it didn't just walk out. It was smuggled to Israel to help build their first nukes. And keep in mind, Israel is the only country today in the Middle East that have nukes. FYI, that's a whole different topic, of course. And then, this takes us back to JFK. In May 1963, President John F. Kennedy sent a letter to Israel demanding the access to their Dimona nuclear facility. He wrote, "This government strong hope is that your government will permit periodic visits to Dimona." He knew they were building nukes, and he wasn't having it. And what did Israel do? They delayed, they lied, they stonewalled, and then boom, JFK gets assassinated that very same November. 1 year later, Lyndon Johnson lifts all nuclear restrictions on Israel. No more inspections, no more questions, just silence, and boom, they go nuclear in secret. Next, we're going to talk about the Israeli art student spying ring in 2001. Now, this is where it gets heavy here. They were caught posing as artists, but they were spying on federal buildings. You know what buildings we're talking about. DEA offices, even military bases. Over 120 Israelis were arrested and deported. The feds knew, nobody talked about it because it doesn't fit the narrative. Just unbelievable stuff. Now, we bring in Epstein. We all know Epstein was a convicted pedophile, and that's just surface level. His girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, her father, Robert Maxwell, was a Mossad agent. As you can see, he's meeting with Trump here. Look how old that picture was. Epstein wasn't just some creep. He was possible running a blackmail operation for intelligence, compromising powerful people, politicians, scientists, billionaires, and guess who else is in the mix? The former Prime Minister of Israel. Let's go over here. There he is. There's photos of him sneaking into Epstein's New York City's penthouse, wearing a mask, slipping through side doors, business deals, political ties. This is Israeli intelligence fingerprints everywhere. Oh, yeah, see? Every politician is bought by the Israelis. Yep. Oh, yeah, we're going to get back to this part in a second. Yeah, Trump, he's in the story too. He partied with Epstein, knew him for years. Epstein once said Trump was a good friend, and while Trump moved the U.S. embassy to Jerusalem, cut ties to Palestine, and gave Israel everything they asked for. Why? Who protected him? Who did he have dirt on? Who did Epstein protected? And then there's AIPAC. Oh boy. Let's go to AIPAC. AIPAC is the American Israeli Public Affairs Committee. These people are buying U.S. politicians like a stock market. Both sides, Democrats and Republicans. If you criticize Israel, they will try to destroy your career. In the clip, as you see over here, I cannot play it for copyright purposes. Ted Cruz literally says, "To those who bless Israel will be blessed." Quoting the Bible, if U.S. foreign policy should be based on a verse from Genesis. Come on, man. And you notice every time there's a crisis in Texas, where is Cruz? Nowhere to be found. Out of the country. Always gone. But when it comes to funding Israel, oh, he's the first one in line. Israel gets the money. Texas gets ignored. And we're supposed to believe this is all coincidence. Let's go back to Trump and Epstein one more time. Trump had Epstein at Mar-a-Lago more than once. But that's a whole different topic for another time, of course. And I believe that he hired Epstein's lawyer to be part of Trump's legal team. And then we got this scumbag over here, Benjamin Netanyahu, the current Prime Minister of Israel. The man has an active warrant for his arrest over 109 countries. He has committed war crimes on a daily basis in Gaza. And I can show you the images below. It's just horrifying stuff. Cutting off baby formulas as of just recent. Like, are you kidding me? Bombing hospitals. Starving civilians. Yet, U.S. politicians praise him like he's some kind of hero. Even Pete Hegseth from Fox News, who's now the leader of the Pentagon, met with Netanyahu cabinet, called him a great man. Let me show you the image. Let's go down. Here it is, right over here. Called him a great man. This was the meme. I called him a great man. And October 7, we all know what happened. Benjamin Netanyahu knew before it happened. There were reports Israel had intelligence warning and ignored them. Let it happen, maybe to justify what came next, the leveling of Gaza. And if you speak out on this, you get arrested, silenced, fired, deported. That's not freedom. That's tyranny. Now, as you can see over here, this has been going on since 1948. Just goes to show you, this is ethnic cleansing. This is evil stuff. This man walked into our Congress and got a standing ovation by 99.9% of our quote-unquote elected officials. And if you protest this, you get sent to the gulag, American style. As you can see over here, look at this. Pro-Palestinian protest. As you can see over here, is what happens if you speak out. They will take your visas away. They will do this. They will do that. And it's part of her exercising your freedom of speech. Alleged freedom of speech. Interesting, huh? Now, recently, less than a month ago, Israel bombed Iranian positions, and then before you know it, Trump, like a little good boy he is, came to Israel's defense, launched missiles at Iran, targeting their nuclear weapons facility, alleged nuclear weapons facility. But this is just bigger than one politician or one war. This is decades of betrayal, from the USS Liberty to Jonathan Pollard, from the nuclear theft to blackmail ops, from AIPAC money to Gaza war crimes. This is about how a foreign country has hijacked their politics, compromised their leaders, turned American tax dollars into silent accomplices. If we don't speak now, when will we? Till next time.